Hello, Pasadena fourth graders. Welcome to music lesson this week. I'm Mr. Fountain and I teach at Teague Elementary. This week I wanted to share with you one of my favorite composers of all time. And we're going to listen to a piece of his music and then we're going to get to create something really cool. So to start off, this is going to be a lesson on John Williams. I wonder if any of you have ever heard of that composer, maybe in your music classrooms. But I think you're going to be surprised that you know a lot of his music already. So first, this is what he looks like. John Williams, he composes a lot of music. Up there, he's conducting an orchestra, which he's also really well known for as well. Okay, a few facts about him. He's still living, but he was born in 1932 in New York. He is American. He's an American composer, and he's mostly associated with film scores, so music that you hear in movies. I'll read this little blurb real quick. John Williams is considered by many to be the most successful film composer of all time. Born in 1932 in New York, he moved to Los Angeles with his family in 1948. As an adult, he served as a conductor to the Boston Pops Orchestra from 1980 to 1993. So that's an orchestra that does mainly popular music or film music. And places second only to Walt Disney for most nominations for Academy Awards. Some of Williams' most recognizable themes, and I think you're going to recognize some of these, come from the movies Star Wars, Jaws, E.T. the Extraterrestrial, Indiana Jones, Superman, Home Alone, Hook, Jurassic Park, Harry Potter, and many others. John Williams has also produced many notable musical works for television. So types of composition, there are film scores, television music, concertos, orchestral works, chamber music, fanfares. You've heard a lot of these. But first, let's look at film score. So it's any music, original music, written specifically to accompany a film or movie. Film scores can also be known as background music or soundtracks. I'm sure you can think of tons of films that you love the music, and some of them might be actually from Mr. John Williams. So some of his film scores, like we already said, Jaws, Star Wars, Home Alone, Harry Potter, Jurassic Park, Indiana Jones, Catch Me If You Can, Saving Private Ryan, The Terminal, The Patriot, Superman, Hook, E.T. I wonder how many of those you have seen. And in television, he did music for Lost in Space, the NBC News theme, NBC Sunday Night Football was composed by John Williams. The Olympic Fanfare, he's done a lot of music for the Olympics. The Olympic Fanfare and Theme in 1984, the Olympic Spirit in 1988, Summon the Heroes, which was for 1996 Summer Olympics, Call of the Champions, which was for the 2002 Winter Olympics in Salt Lake City. And the music I'm talking about is, if you've ever seen the Olympics, in the commercial breaks and then the background music that they play highlights, it's usually this music that composers create. Some other honors, he got several medals of honor, the Kennedy Center Honor in 2004, National Medal of Arts in 2009, some really cool Lifetime Achievement Awards. And on the right, it says music awards that he was nominated for and the ones that he has won. So for Primetime Emmy, he's been nominated for 6 and he's won 3. Golden Globes, he was nominated 22 and won 4. Academy Awards, he's been nominated 50 times, just crazy, and has won 5 of them. And Grammy Awards, 64 Grammy nominations, and he's won 20. That's insane. One of the things that we're going to look at today real quick is a fanfare. So a fanfare is a short ceremonial tune or flourish played on brass instruments. We know the instruments in the brass family? You better. Fanfares are typically used to introduce something or someone important. So think of like king and queen are being announced and they're walking into a room back in the medieval days. There's going to be trumpets playing for them. Today we actually are going to get to take a look at a fanfare as part of your lesson. Okay, so when you get your lesson, you are going to get to go to this cool Essential Elements music classroom, and there's going to be these listening apps for you to do. We're just going to choose one today. So if I open that, if you go all the way to the bottom, you're going to find Theme from Superman by Williams, by John Williams. And if you hit launch, it'll take you to a listening map that you're going to use to create our lesson today. So in this listening map, you can hit play and you can hear some of the theme from Superman, and it's going to go through and it's going to show you which parts are the fanfare, which parts are theme 1, maybe theme 2. Who remembers what this is called when we organize music? Starts with an F-O-R-M, form. So form is just how we organize music. You're going to actually get to look at the form of this piece of music, and you're going to get to create your own chart here in a second. All right, so if I hit play, intro theme 1. This is my cue for action. Got to say first. So I'm not going to share any more with you because I want you to discover it by yourself. But you will notice that the theme 1 comes back again near the end, and it's the same music. Same thing with the fanfare. The fanfare always has the same kind of sound. Okay, so you see how this is kind of like a comic strip? It made its own story out of the music. You're going to do the same exact thing. So I created this comic strip for you that's blank, but it follows the music. It has our fanfare, our theme 1 intro, our theme 1, theme 2, and you are going to give this a title. It could be something completely different. This theme is the theme from Superman, and you're going to use the same music, but you can just call it something else and create your own cartoon edition of that theme. So if you cannot print this out, that's totally fine. You could just take a piece of paper and you can just copy it down and create your own comic strip, but you must follow this form already set out for you. All right, I hope you have a lot of fun, and I cannot wait to see what you guys have come up with. All right, have a great day.